Apple Fractions by Jerry Pauletta, illustrated by Rob Bolster. This is a video used for my class for math lessons on fractions. I do not own the copyrights. I'm just sharing the book for my class and class purposes. This book is about apples and math. Apples are a fruit that we eat. They do not grow under a rock. They do not swim in the ocean. They are not made in a factory. Apples grow on trees. Apples. Thousands of different types of apples are grown around the world. Apples can be red, yellow, green, and some combination of these colors. Fractions. What is a fraction? A fraction is a part of a whole thing. A fraction can be shown by placing a number over another number. A line separates the numbers. So we see 1 over 1, 1/5, 1/8, 1/6, 1/2, 7/8, 1/6, 1/7, 1/9, 1/3, 1/9, 1/10, 2/3, 1/4, 3/4. Macintosh. Here's one whole Macintosh apple. This type of apple can be used both a drink and a snack. A Macintosh is very juicy, but it is also crunchy and fun to eat. One whole. If you would like to share one apple with somebody, what would you do? 2 kids, 1 apple. A solution would be to divide the apple into 2 parts. A stem for one and the other apple for the other kid. No, that's not fair. 1/2. How about a better way? Divide the apple into 2 equal parts. Here's 1/2 of the apple. 1/2. Here's the other half of the apple. 2 kids, 1 apple, 2 halves. Sharing the apple and learning fractions is fun. Golden Delicious. This apple is called a Golden Delicious. On the outside, it has a thin skin. On the inside, the fruit is soft. 3/3. What if 3 friends want to eat this apple? 3 friends, 1 apple, 3 equal parts. 1/3. Here's 1/3 of the Golden Delicious apple. Not all apples have a white fruit. The inside of this apple is light yellow. 2/3. Here is what's left over from the whole apple after taking away 1/3. 2/3. 1/3 plus 2/3 equals 3/3. 3/3 is the whole apple. And you even see the number equation right here. 1/3 plus 2/3 equals 3/3. Granny Smith. This is a Granny Smith apple. Is it ripe? Yes, a Granny Smith is green even when it is ripe and ready to be picked off the tree. This apple is sometimes hard to chew. It is not sweet. It is a little sour. 1 whole. If 4 people in a family want to eat one Granny Smith apple, the apple would need to be divided into 4 pieces. One fourth. Each family member would get 1/4. The top of the fraction is called the numerator. The numerator is this fraction is 1. 3/4. The bottom number of the fraction is called a denominator. The fraction 3/4 has a number of 3 and denominator of 4. Red Delicious. And you even see the parts of the apple. The stem, the skin, the pulp, the core, the seeds. Which apple tastes the best? Everyone has a favorite. Many people think the Red Delicious apple is the best looking in taste. It's time to learn the parts of the apple: stem, skin, pulp, core, and seed. Most apples have 10 seeds. Orange. This is not an apple. It's an orange. It's another fruit that you can enjoy while learning fractions. There is no need to cut it. Under the peel, it grows in wedges. Oranges grow in warm climate. Apples grow in cold climates. Gala, 1/5. A gala is a medium-sized apple. It is about the size of your fist. The large apples are as big as grapefruit. The smallest is the size of a cherry. 4/5. This gala is cut into 5 equal parts. Each piece is 1/5. 1/5 plus 4/5 equals 5/5. The numbers above and below on the line are the same. The fraction equals 1 whole. 1/6. Apple blossom. Apple trees grow flowers in the spring. Bees fly from flower to flower and spread pollen on the apple blossom. This is the start of an apple. Thank you, bees. Without bees, there would be no apples. 5/6. 1/6 of the bee is busy working. 5/6 of the bees are looking for another apple tree, or even a pear tree, a plum tree, or a cherry tree. Cortland. If you cut an apple sideways, you will notice the core is shaped like a star. Divide the apple sideways instead of from top to bottom. You will not get equal parts. The top, the middle, and the bottom of the apple are all different widths. 1/7, 6/7. There are 3 basic types of apples: eating apples, juicing apples, and baking apples. No matter how you slice it, a Cortland is a wonderful apple to use when baking a pie. Asian pear. Sometimes looks can fool you. This fruit looks like an apple. It is shaped like an apple, but it tastes like a pear. Why? It's a pear. Let's use the Asian pear to learn about improper fractions. 1/8, 8/8. 1/8 plus 8/8 equals 9/8. If this pear is divided into 8 equal pieces, each piece is 1/8 of the pear. A whole pear is 8/8. Imagine if you have a 9/8. 9/8 is an improper fraction. You would have to use 2 pairs to make the 9/8. 9/8 is really 1 whole plus 1/8 of a second pair. 1/9 cider. What is the difference between cider and apple juice? Cider is squeezed from fresh apples. The liquid is tan and full of pulp. Apple juice. Apple juice is cider that has been filtered. The tan pulp is removed and the apple juice is clear. Are you thirsty? Would you like 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, or 1 whole glass of apple juice? 1/10, 9/10. Here are 10 apples. Oh well, there were 10 apples. Here are 9 apples. One has been eaten. 1/10 is now a core. 9/10 are whole apples. And millions of tons of apples harvested every year are picked by the hand. Out of every 10 apples, 6 are eaten. 2 out of every 10 are squeezed into cider and apple juice. The remaining 2 out of every 10 are canned apple pie fillings, jams, jellies, dried apples, and apple butter. Apple pie. While you are reading this book, someone baked an apple pie. Let's eat a fraction of it.